how do I fill up my beds before I even get my license, while I'm under construction, while I'm renovating a home, or while I just bought something brand new and it's licensed or I have to get a relicense. How do I hit the ground running? How do I get this going really, really quick? The strategic 20, I would say it is kind of this influencer style of marketing that we break into 4 different phases. And if you want to look at it like in the shape of a box, right, there is potentially 4 quadrants, with the top quadrants on the top 2 being people in the industry. And we'll talk mostly about that tonight. And I would break that top section into people who you pay and people that are unpaid. And then the bottom section is people in the community, people that you pay and people that are unpaid. So really that right there is the model, focusing on those 4 quadrants. And as you are going through this journey, it's honestly, this is something that you don't just do and it's done in like 6 months. This is a never ending process. And it's very logical. You kind of start with the first phase 1 and phase 2, which is people in the industry. So that's where I want to focus this talk tonight, to not overwhelm you, because we do some of these other talks and it's much longer and it's very much like, how do you build your brand and become well-known in your community? The point of tonight's call is, how do I fill up my beds before I even get my license, while I'm under construction, or while I'm renovating a home, or while I just bought something brand new and it's licensed or I have to get a relicense? How do I hit the ground running? How do I get this going really, really quick? So this idea of this influencer, this is really what I think is your job is mostly to go and sell the influencers. And then they're the ones who are going around to the community and then selling for you. So let me kind of break this into these 2 phases here. Phase 1, which looks like this. Phase 1 is people in the industry that are paid. So there are companies, and we'll call them placement agencies, right? They're pretty common. There's a Place for Mom. There's a bunch of franchises around the country. There's a whole lot of little mom and pop stuff that you probably are totally unaware of. There's probably 6 to 12 in every single market across the country. Just one man show, one woman show, and they're terrible at marketing. Nobody knows them until you're deep into the weeds here and you know everyone in the community. Those people, that is who you start with. Those are people who want to meet you. Those people, you know how they get paid, how they put money or they put food on their table, right? Is by sending you referrals, and then you pay them. Placement agents, that's their business model. They go and they market, and then they send you these leads. You tour, you close the lead. You usually send them about 1 month rent. It's negotiable. I mean, we can do it for a couple grand. We can do it for, we usually don't do a full month's rent because that's like $8,000 for us. But you can do it for whatever you like. They are negotiable. You usually sign a contract with them. These people here, they are trying to meet you. If you tell them that you are opening assisted living, you know what? You are now their customer. They want to meet you. And you know where they are at? They're at networking meetings. They're all there at the same kind of location. If you don't know where the networking meetings are in your community, or you think there are no networking meetings in my community, you're wrong. They are there. They're in every single community. You know who you talk to? Talk to the person who works at the hospice company, the marketer. They know all the networking meetings.
So before I knew the marketers for the hospice and home health, what I did was I searched Facebook groups. I searched assisted living groups near me. So it was like 20-mile radius of my location. And I had so many groups that popped up. And you know what I did? I just started going to every single one of those. And when you go to those meetings, some of them are not going to be great and some of them are going to be great. And so you just meet people when you're there, and there's going to be so many different types of people there. But they will tell you of the other groups in the area that they go to and that they meet a lot of people. There's also Meetup. You can look up those too. There's also assisted living groups. Some of them are virtual and in person. I tend to go to the in-person ones. I feel like you can make more of a dramatic effect of a remembrance of people of you, if that makes sense. Like they remember you more when you're in person, more than just virtual. And so try to go to at least 2 meetings a week. I would start small. If you need to start with 1 a week, then just go to 1 a week. But get uncomfortable, right? The whole point of this is to not stay comfortable in your home and just hoping that people will call your phone number. That's not going to happen in this world. Okay. Social media, getting out there, networking, that's super important. It's something you need to do. There's no excuse for this, honestly. Like there's literally no excuse. When you say you don't have time, you have time. It's just like people who say they don't have time to work out. You do. You just get up earlier. That's the solution to that. So just search different groups on Facebook and on Meetup if you need to start somewhere. That's where I'd start.
So to add to this, right, it's not good enough just to meet them, have them send you a contract, you DocuSign it, and that's it, right? You want to sell them. You want to show them, here is my heart, here's my future building, here's the construction, here's the land that we're doing, here's what we're going to buy, right? Sell them so that they can have a conviction that, hey, you know what, this person over here, they got their stuff together, they got the big heart, they got the experience, they got the awesome location that's in the works. Right? You need to equip them so that they, when they go out and they meet with the families, that's their job, their bread and butter, is they're going to market, they're going to go meet with these families, usually the daughter, and they're going to say, hey, you know what, here's the 3 or 4 options in your area, in your price point. You want to have sold them so that they can turn around with confidence and say, you know what, this place over here, Platinum Resort, this is the best in this city, right? This is what it should be. And then you want to equip them with the tools. So that's like literally brochures, but I think more importantly, digital, tools. So that may be your social media, right? If you are not on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, get your business on there, get your personal on there, start going through that because they need to be able to say, hey, here it is, right? Pull up your phone. Like, hey, look, if you go on our Platinum Resorts Facebook or Instagram, it's every single day. You are seeing our 3 uniques, life, love, and luxury. You are seeing it there coming across. It doesn't look like the other big Smalley facilities. It looks like dog crap over there. Like it looks amazing. You're like, I want to move in there. The chef's BA, he's got some awesome food, right? Equip the people that can therefore say, hey, you know what, here's what it is. Here's why you should call. Let me tour you over there, right? So you have to sell them so they can turn around and sell other people. Now, I do want to say that our bread and butter is not placement agents. I think that placement agents is where you start and then you phase them out. They become your backup plan. I know a lot of people talking about placement agents as like, that is your marketing plan. No, bro, that's like kindergarten marketing plan. This is phase 1, and then there's really 2, 3, 4. You start there because these people want to meet you, but you have to pay them. I don't want to pay $5,000, $6,000 every time someone passes away, right? I want to have my own marketing machine. This is why I talked to you about our KPIs, and we have the consistent leads and tours and waitlist building every single week. It's because we are putting in the work. It's not really that much work, right? We're setting aside, we're time blocking 2 to 4 hours a week, very strategic with the right people. So I'm not going to hate on placement. We will use placement agents. They are usually our backup plan. We will, if we wanted to fill a bed right away, or we have someone on our wait list that we called and they're not ready yet, or we meet the family and they're just not a great fit, they're kind of drama. We're like, let's steer over here, and we'll be happy to, pay a few grand to move someone in who is a good fit for what we are looking for. So that's really where you start. You start with the people in the industry that you pay. And then the other side of this is people in the industry that you do not pay, right? That's your bread and butter right there. And to meet these people, they are all at the exact same networking meetings. They're all there at the table. You have the insurance people there, you have the home health there, the hospice people there, you have the everybody. They're all at these networking meetings. So it's super important that you start attending these. You find out where these are at, because you're going to give up your pitch, right? Your pitch. And 30 seconds, hey, I'm Brett, here's what we're doing. We're building awesome mansions. We're here to take care of grandmas, blah, 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 right? You go and you sell those people. That is your bread and butter. So if you don't know who I'm talking about here is a few examples, right? You have RNs, you have PAs, you have MDs. And I'm not just talking about people that work at the hospitals and random places, but there are very specific people who are nurses for end-of-life care, for rehabs, for independent livings, for assisted livings, right? Those people, they make the rounds. They are in your community, and they go from assisted living to nursing home to independent. They know everybody who has great care and everyone who has crappy care, right? It's a super tight-knit industry. So if you are coming in new to the game and you have this gorgeous building that's building, and you have a great heart, man, they're going to be excited for that, because there's not a lot of good care options out there. So those people, hospice Home health, those are huge avenues for you. Those are our bread and butter people right there. Build relationships with the hospice companies. There are people at hospice companies that for sure want to meet you and tour your buildings.
So I just wanted to clarify something real quick. When we say referral industry leaders and we talk about, the hospice and home health, these individuals legally cannot get a referral payment from you when they refer someone to your home, which is the best referral that you want, right? Your hospice companies are ones that are going to be coming into your home 3 to 4 times a week. So they see the care that's being done in your home. And if you are giving amazing quality care and you're treating your staff great and everything else, right? The food's awesome. You're going to be the number one place that they refer when they are out in the field, with other patients of theirs. And so what's great about having them on your team is they see so many people throughout the week, but then when they refer someone to your home, when you have an open bed available, you don't have to pay that fee like you would a placement agent. So placement agents, they only run on the fees. They're not showing your home unless you're going to pay them a fee. And so this is why it's important to build those relationships with those people, because you really want free referrals. I mean, who doesn't want free referrals? You really want to fill your bucket with as many of these referral industry leaders that you can, so that you can get those free referrals for your home.
So another great one is independent livings. When you are independent, right, you are there because you are trying not to pay the full price of assisted living and or memory care. It's a pretty substantial jump, right? So you're there as long as possible. Sometimes a family will hire a caregiver to come in during the day and help. But, at some point there, it's just not enough, right? And so when you build relationships with the manager, the salesperson at the independent livings, whoever it is at these places, they need somewhere to send these people. It's usually an incident. There is something, there is a fall, there is medication changes, there is something that happens, and they have been helping on the independent side with mom here, with grandma, and all of a sudden they cannot help anymore. And so they're having these meetings with the family, calling and saying, hey, you know what? We found mom on the floor, or we found that mom has 50 pills in her pocket and we don't know what she's been taking or not taking, right? Like, it's not a good place for her anymore. It's not safe to have her anymore. And then you know what the daughter is going to ask, the power of attorney? Well, where do I go? Who in this industry, who in this city is the best, right? They're asking for referral. You want to be that answer. Your job is to build that relationship. If the manager at the independent livings, at the hospice companies, at the rehabs, if they don't know you, if they have not toured your building, if they have not been hearing your heart and passion, then you failed, right? Like, that's it. Like, your job right now, if you are not full with a wait list, is to sell every influencer, every big decision maker in your community. That's it. It's honestly not that overwhelming. There's not a crazy amount of like thousands of people. It's make a list, the 20 people who can go and turn around and sell for you. That is your job. That's your bread and butter. And honestly, it's just like, hey, let's hang out. Come tour my building. Can I buy you coffee? Can we do these things? The people that are paid, no big deal. They're lining up to meet with you. Same with the hospice and home health. Those people, they have people on salary. The hospice companies, do you know how they make money? They come into your assisted living and they take all those grandmas and grandpas there and they put them on hospice. You have their future customers. They want to meet with you. Most of these people want to meet with you. If you are scared and nervous, I used to think like, I'm not a nurse. I don't know what to say. I don't know the lingo. Man, just get over it. Just give them a call. I have a new assisted living coming up. It can be vacant land. It could be a building. It could be a home conversion, whatever it is. Tour them. Show them what makes you special. Identify what your 3 uniques are and say, here's what we're going to do. It's going to be like this, and it's like this, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be awesome, right? Just get out there and fail. Get out there and screw it up. Start with done. It's totally okay to get better and then work your way into good. You'll be excellent in a few years. It's not going to happen overnight. But you just got to get out there.